Well, greetings, humble boys, girls, and of course, gifted animals. How are you today? I'm well. I do appreciate you asking and being concerned about, at least my humble well-being. Um, yeah, a little update. So, man, the camera crew with a K, obviously, on both words, is shaky tonight. Our union boys are, protesting for working a little bit too much. Um, the paper mill is it's a dying business. It truly is. What are we drinking? Well, we have a high quality chalice, as you can see. And we're drinking a mystery liquid. It could be water, it could be ethanol, it could be methanol. That could explain why my vision is not so good at the moment. In the latter two examples, at least. You can look that up if you will. Let's continue. So, Papa has a new creation. They're making sandwiches now. Sandwiches by Papa. Wow. Unbelievable. Now, a little story here. So I've been wanting to do this for about, a little over a week now, but you'll be surprised, maybe not in the godless Yankee land of the Buckeye State. Hopefully no one at my place of employment hears that, because there's a large presence in the OHIO. But nonetheless, we'll move past that, and we'll just talk about what's kind of happening. So my particular locale, my domicile, in the zip code, if you will, that I'm in, did not have said sandwiches for a couple of weeks, and I've seen commercials, I've seen Papa himself. Actually, I don't even know if they allow him on TV anymore. I know he went to some things, God bless you, Papa. We're all thinking about you. But nonetheless, we didn't have these. Now, Papa came out with sandwiches. Now, there's like 6 different flavors. I think actually 5. I think maybe I embellished that just a tad. But, yeah, I got a Philly cheesesteak. It's $6.99. $6.99 for a sandwich. Now, Philly cheesesteaks typically run a little bit high, so I'm okay with that. But I was just ultimately curious to see kind of what this tasted like. I mean, Domino's has their own sandwich line, if you will. I don't think Pizza Hut has it, but, Papa's getting in the game, and I love a good Philly. And $6.99 is not terrible for a Philly. I mean, generally Phillies are a little bit more expensive just due to the meat quality. Alleged meat quality, it costs a lot of money to make a Philly cheesesteak. So, lo and behold, what we have is a Philly cheesesteak, and there goes shaking again. Drinking mystery substances. It is a-okay, I'll give you that much. Yeah, so ordered it up. It was about 2 weeks late, which is a pretty, good turnaround time here in my town in Ohio. Generally, most things feel like they're from 1989. So we're just going to give it a whirl. $6.99 after tax and tip and all that other fun stuff, because, of course, your uncle got it delivered. I believe I paid almost a little over $9. I don't have the receipt handy. They did give me a receipt, I just don't have it handy. But it's fine. Everything was fine about that. Oh yeah, about the optical illusion there. Don't let that fool you. It's right side up. Comes with the usual fare. Comes with your cheese, your bell pepper. I think it's a provolone cheese, and your steak and your onion. Okay, so they make it properly at least. They don't put any junk on it. They don't put any mushrooms or mayo or anything like that. Now, apparently it's supposed to come with ranch. That's what I saw, and so I didn't know if the ranch sauce was on here. I don't see it on here. Some burnt cheese on the side. $6.99. $6.99. So call it $7. All right. close. That's a hard sandwich to masticate, and I'm a grade A masticator, I'll let you know. I was rated by the Mastication Association of America, the MAA, if you will. I was rated an A-, but this one's tough, right? This one's a tough one to chew, and I think it's mainly because of the bread. It's not because of the filling. It's as you can see, it's relatively filled. No, we can get some spillage there, and it's a good, content of not only steak but the onion and the bell pepper and the cheese. The cheese is great. Where it really slows you down is the bread. So, $6.99. So let's kind of compare kind of what we've been through, you and I, the humble proletariat, the blue-collar man or woman trying to make a dime at your proverbial paper mill, whether it be the rock quarry, the diamond mines, or the oil rig, which, as you know, I used to work at. So, $6.99, right? So this sandwich is about the size of your typical medium Philly cheesesteak that otherwise costs about $8, $9 elsewhere. So in that case, it's a pretty good deal. Now, Papa John's obviously thinks that you're going to tip and there's a delivery fee or whatever. So, I mean, maybe the cost is all kind of rolled up into that. So, at the end of the day, you're going to pay $9 like me. That's fine. It's okay. I mean, and that's kind of more normalized. But it's still kind of nice. So if you wanted to pick it up, you could pay a little bit less. Now, Philly cheesesteaks generally run pretty expensive. You go to Charlie's Cheesesteaks, you go to Penn Station, which that will be coming soon. But you go to Jersey Mike's, you go to anywhere else, and Philly cheesesteaks generally, here are all your subs, and then here's a Philly cheesesteak, and the Philly cheesesteak generally is more expensive, likely because they're using steak. I mean, I don't think that that's really at hand or at play here. I mean, I think that it's just kind of the name that makes the consumer, yours truly and yourself, think that it's higher quality. But in all reality, does it cost much? And food costs in terms of per unit? Probably not. Probably not per ounce. Probably is a relatively same, if not just slightly more expensive. But that cost is passed on to you and yours truly. And can we afford it? Not often. We got to feed our families. We bring our lunch pails to work every day. So should they. So should they. After that rant, I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is well priced, especially from a national chain that's kind of bucking the trend a little bit. And I'm usually not one of these people to really steer you wrong, but $6.99 for a decent sized Philly with a pretty good filling, not bad, right? Not bad at all. So now it comes down to the quality. And so you're probably asking, well, Uncle, it must be absolute garbage. Not really. Actually, it's not too salty. That's generally the first mistake with any Philly cheesesteak. It's far too salty, so they try to hide poor flavor with just dumping a bolus of salt on it. And then that bolus of salt obviously gives you multiple heart issues, and then that just kind of escalates from there. Nonetheless, this is fairly good quality. The bell pepper and the cheese, not too bad, Papa. Not too bad. Better ingredients, better sandwich, I suppose. But the steak quality is a little above average. I mean, it's obviously when they're making these things, it's not like, oh, we got to have a tender steak, or finest medium rare sirloin. No, it's just does it make good sandwich meat? Absolutely. Is it overly sautéed? No. It's a good sandwich, right? Doesn't come with the ranch. I didn't think I'd like the ranch with it, so maybe it came on the side somewhere. I did get a pizza somewhere else, right over there, actually, now that I kind of located it. My producer over here actually pointed me to it, so thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So long story short is that it's a good deal. The quality's great. Philly cheesesteak's pretty standard, but the bread's good if you like a crispy sandwich. So you won't like this if you like a softer bread. This takes a while to chew, but the steak quality's fine. The bell pepper and the onion, honestly, I mean, it's a great quality in terms of the vegetables, which is pretty hard to come by sometimes with Philly cheesesteaks. And then the cheese is fine as well, if not a little bit, not even a little bit, but a little bit more so above average. So overall, I mean, the ingredients are good. The bread I like a little bit of a harder sandwich, something a little bit tougher to get through. Makes you savor it more. So I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy camper. So at the end of the day, $6.99, decent sandwich, probably better than most Philly cheesesteak places out there. And really not many complaints, so I'm actually pretty excited that Papa brought out the sandwiches. But on the flip side, this is just one of many sandwiches that they offer. So I mean, let's say if they have an Italian or something, which I think they do. Whatever it may be, could it be absolute garbage? Sure, absolutely. It could be complete garbage. As a matter of fact, I almost guarantee you that one of their sandwiches is just 100% unedible. But what do I know? I just reviewed food for somewhat of a living. But I guarantee that one of their sandwiches probably doesn't meet the standard. But this one in particular, the Philly cheesesteak, absolutely does, just compared to the fact that the price generally for Philly cheesesteaks is high. And the fact that this quality is good compared to even those higher prices. So what does your uncle have to complain about? Not much. And I know it's rare that I'm just a ray of sunshine about a particular product. But for this one, I am. So what should we rate all this? Well, having said all the things I've said, I think it deserves a respectable 8.2. 113. Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of mind-boggling, but well done, Papa. Well done, even though I don't think you're involved in the company anymore. Hope you're enjoying your chateau in Louisville, Kentucky, and or somewhere whereabouts. Or maybe I think he's from southern Indiana. That makes more sense, actually. Anyway, God bless. Hope to see you again, and as always, you take care. Till next time.